Very good afternoon, guys. Hi, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch the solution demo that we have set up today to showcase the HDMI dongle and the OTT that we have developed within the Center of Excellence within ValueLabs. I'm not really sure as to how many of you have had a chance to get to know about ValueLabs per se. So I'll give you a brief about ValueLabs, a brief about PES as a business group, and then I'll head on to the demo of the solutions that we have developed. Moving on to the introduction of ValueLabs as a corporate. It is a company which is close to 2 decades old with an FTE strength of more than 3,500 people along with the CMMI maturity level of 5. Now we have got 4 development centers across the globe: Hyderabad, Chennai, Vizag and Malaysia. Well, apart from these development centers, we have got sales offices across the globe again. We have spanning across all the continents and countries. Now, when it comes to ValueLabs, we have got a clientele of more than 125 clients. Out of them, more than 30 clients are our strategic clients. When I say strategic clients, they have been with ValueLabs for 8 years and above. To talk about ValueLabs people, the kind of people that we have got, ranging from project manager to program manager, everyone has been on an average tenure of 8 years over here. Some of the key differentiators of ValueLabs in comparison to our competitors: we are primarily a company which has the least attrition rate in India, which is just 3%. This is something that most of our clients tend to do like and do favor us as well. Now, apart from the fact that we are pretty good at attrition, we are a privately owned firm. To give a bit more about ValueLabs, we are an end-to-end IT and engineering firm, from consulting to outsourcing to remote infrastructure management to BPO, KPO services. We deal with anything and everything under the umbrella of ITES. Well, after the quick intro of ValueLabs as a corporate, let me quickly give you a brief about PES, that is Product Engineering Services within ValueLabs as a business group. Now, what we really do in PES, whom all do we cater to, what all services do we offer? Now, PES, as it stands for Product Engineering Services, primarily caters to the telecom vertical. Under the telecom vertical, we do have various other domains like media and entertainment, embedded, GIS. The video particularly today has been designed and developed for us to showcase our skills and expertise for the solutions that we have developed. Again, the solutions that we have developed is not to keep in mind that we're going to get into the product market. However, only to showcase our skills and capabilities to, in order for us to put forth in front of you guys. Well, PES, apart from the fact that we take care of telecom, we also have a horizontal, which is the embedded horizontal, and within the horizontal of embedded, we do take care of end-to-end engineering services, again like integration, upgradation, etc. Well, after the introduction of ValueLabs and PES as a business group, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head on to the solutions, that demo that we have got set up over here. Today I'm going to give you the hardware specification, the software specification, then I'll move into the apps features, showing each and every app in detailed manner. To start off with the hardware specification, first and foremost, what I would really like to show you is the ValueLabs SmartStar. It is actually called as ValueLabs SmartStar. However, in the market, it's actually known as the over-the-top box. Now, if you guys could have a look, this is the box that we have developed within our COE group. Now, if you could have a look, this is an OTT box which is equipped with an HDMI in, an HDMI out, an Ethernet cable, a USB slot rather. This USB slot could be used for a keyboard, a mouse, or external peripherals as per your wish. Apart from that, we have the charging slot over here, and then this actually makes the make of the ValueLabs OTT. If you could see over here, there is an indicator, a power indicator, that the system is on or not. Now, yes, this is the hardware specification or the make of the OTT. There's one bit of information that I would really like to share is this is the upgraded version of the ValueLabs OTT. However, initially we did have a ValueLabs prototype of the OTT box that we had developed, the SmartStar. Now, if you guys could have a look over here, this is the first version of the ValueLabs OTT that we had developed. Now, this is the front portion, this is the make of it. If you see this is called ValueLabs SmartStar. The make of the product is pretty much this was just a prototype, so if you could let alone the make of it, if you could have a look at the features that I'm going to show, the hardware specification, everything and anything within this box is the same as the one that I've showed you over here. The only one bit of difference is the AV in and the AV out. Now the upgraded version over here is for the assumption that you're going to use this for a smart TV, but over here the prototype, which could actually be made in this form or better look also, depending upon your requirement or your customization. Now this AV thing also enables you to use this OTT box even on a 1948 TV. So as we say, it can make any normal TV into a smart TV. Now this is the AV in and the AV out. Remaining everything else pretty much, as I said, remains the same. Well, after the brief introduction of the ValueLabs OTT, the upgraded as well as the older version, I'm going to give you a brief about the hardware specification of the HDMI dongle that we have developed. Now I'm just going to pick that up. Now if you guys could have a look over here, this is the ValueLabs HDMI dongle. Now if I was to give you the hardware specification of it, this would be the cap of the HDMI dongle with the HDMI out over here. Apart from that, just in case the network, the area that you're staying at, the network is a problem, then we have this antenna over here. Now come to think of it, the hardware specification of the HDMI dongle is more or less similar to the ValueLabs OTT that we have developed. If you could have a look over here, we have a USB, micro USB slot, just in case you want to add any peripherals onto it. Apart from that, we do have a USB slot over here, again to add any peripherals like keyboard, mouse, webcam, etc. Now guys, if you could have a look over here, there would be an SD slot. Now this SD slot enables you to have an external storage just in case you want to have something stored or that you want to use through your HDMI dongle. Apart from the SD slot, we have the charging slot that you can see over here. We do have a small function key over here also, just in case you want to reboot the HDMI dongle or want to add some flash memory onto it. Currently in the market, as opposed to the Roku dongle or Google Chromecast, one good thing about this HDMI dongle is the kind of sleekness it has got, the kind of beauty it has got, and apart from the fact that it is equipped or it's as good looking, the apps that you're getting onto it is something which is not generic. We have got our own homemade apps apart from the generic apps as well. Well, following up to the hardware specification of the HDMI dongle, the OTT, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead with the software specification of both the solutions. Well, after the hardware specification of the ValueLabs SmartStar, that is the OTT, as well as the HDMI dongle, I'm going to give you a bit of the software specification as such. Well, both the solutions are pretty much the same in terms of software specification. They both are made on the ARM Cortex A9 quad-core processor. They have an internal DDR memory of 2 GB and NAND flash memory of 8 GB. Apart from that, it works on the Wi-Fi 802.11b by G by N. Apart from that, it has got, we can certainly have more number of micro USB, attachments as such. Along with that, normal USB attachments as well. It has an HDMI plug out. Apart from that, it works on Android 4.2.2 version. It supports all the audio format like MP3, etc. It supports all the video format as well, like MPEG-4, MPEG, AVI, WMV, etc. So basically, the entire software specification works on the UPnP platform. Well, after the hardware and the software specification, what I'm going to do now is head on to the solution demo that we have got set it up over here. Now, I'm actually going to show you every single application ranging from EPG, IPTV, cloud, home surveillance, etc. In detail as such. Both these solutions, that is the OTT and the HDMI dongle, has pretty much the same application. However, we're going to touch base every single app in detail. Now, how we're going to showcase the demo is through this app that we have developed. It's nothing but a soft remote for the solution that we have developed. It has sensors over here. With the help of this, you would be able to maneuver the screen, change the screens, etc., and make it work. Apart from the solution, we do also have a hard remote as well, as in when the customer requires. Well, after the quick introduction to the remote that we have just showed over here, I'm going to move on to the screen and explain every single app in detail. The remote will be maneuvered by one of my colleagues who will be helping me with the demo. Well, after the quick introduction of the solution, the hardware specification and the software specification, as I did mention, I'm going to give you a brief about every single app within the dongle as well as the OTT. We're going to start away with the HDMI dongle and the applications that we have got. The very first application, if you could have a look on the screen, we have got the cloud application. As you guys might know, cloud is the so-called Apple I for years to come. We're going to store all our information on our cloud storage like Google Drive or Dropbox or Apple Drive. These are the cloud storages that we're going to use. Moreover, we would not want to have to carry an external storage with us all the time. Now, if you could see this particular application, there are various features like videos, audios, PC, online books and online radio. Now if I was to click on the option videos, well, after clicking the videos option, you guys could have a look over here. We've got an array of movies stored on our cloud drive. The genres could be action, drama, adventure, comedy, horror. These are some of the genres that we have added. Of course, we can add as many genres as you want. Now within the various genres, if I was to click on the option comedy, the very first movie that we see is the Jim Carrey's Mr. Popper's Penguins. Now I'll ask my colleague to click on that option. Now guys, if you could have a look over here, we get a brief information about the cast. I mean, when I say the cast, we get the information as in when we want to store it. This particular movie is directed by someone, the duration, the cost, rating, description. The description gives you a brief about the movie. Now when we say cost over here, what we're really trying to showcase is within the videos feature within the cloud application, we have developed our own VOD. That is video on demand. This is nothing but a VOD. Now if you want to sell it to an end customer or to a business, you can have this entire feature incubated on this particular feature. Now if a movie is free, now assuming that you are watching this movie from your cloud storage, it will be free of course. Now assuming this goes down to an end customer, and if you want to put a new movie and that you want to showcase it to clients or customers rather, they could purchase the movie and then they could watch it through this VOD option. Now this is the gist of it. We can change the UI, we can maneuver the entire screen. We have synopsis, we have trailer, and of course the option that I said, purchase. Now if you like the cost, you can click on the purchase option and buy it. If you want to get the synopsis, it will give you a bit of information of the movie. Now assuming if I was to ask my colleague to click on trailer, it gives you a brief, a trailer of the movie. Now this entire thing could be handled or rather remote controlled, as I said, from that soft remote that I just showed you by my colleague. If you want to pause it, you can pause it. If you want to get back, you can get back also. So this is the feature that I want to showcase in the video option. If you go back, next one will be audios. If we click on the audios feature, you'll have a look. We have an array of music, audio stored on the cloud option. Again, this could be yours, or else for that matter, if it's supposed to go to an end customer, the business that is selling it to the end customers could have their own entire storage, and they could actually let the customers listen to it, paid or free. Now assuming this is my personal storage, these are the music that we have got stored. If I was to click on this particular option, good day, again if you guys could see the progress bar over here, the stop, rewind, pause button. Now this is the way we could maneuver it. Again, the UI could be changed. Now guys, going forward, any and every feature or application that I show it to you, it could be maneuvered. The UI could be changed depending upon your requirements, your interests as such. If you go back to the option, we have the PC feature as well within the application. If you click on the PC feature, you see online books, documents that we have stored. We have again got another option of storing movies over here and pictures over here. Again, this is something that we wanted to showcase our expertise, that we could incubate this in this particular feature also. But then again, it certainly depends upon what you want and how do you want it. Now assuming if I was to click on any of the picture the feature, you could see pick one and then pick two, and henceforth you could actually store as many pictures as you want in your cloud storage. The more the storage, the more the information you will be able to access. If you go back, now online books, I'm not really sure as to how many of you are into reading, but then this is something that is one of the biggest hobbies that people do have. I love reading as such. Now I would love to have a storage wherein I could I could read any book on an instant purpose. If I have got some time, I would like to read a book. Now this particular option is helpful for me if I'm sitting in my living room and if I've got the dongle attached, and from my cloud drive, if I want to access a book and I want to read it on a big screen, I can do that. Now if I was to click on the option, these are some of the books that we have got shared. This is some of the documents that we have shared. Of course, you can have books in your content as well. Assuming we click on beginning Linux program, these are the kind of PDF that we can read. It could be anything in the form of PDF, docs, it could be anything. So if you could see, this is the page number 1. We have got 819 pages, and then we just got to keep scrolling down. Now if you go back, if you were to click on the online radio option, you'll see a screen. This is again a UI that we have developed. You can have as many tabs as you want. Currently we have stations, recommended, local radio, genres, language, locations, etc. If I was to click on any of the tabs over here, now if you could see, there's a play option over here. My colleague has just pressed the play option. Now if we pause it,
mein Stadtautobetreiber, der hat nämlich auch den Benzinpreis etwas nach unten gesenkt. Das fand ich auch gut. Ich danke Ihnen.
Yeah, this has been paused now. Now this is how we can certainly have such option over here also. This is just certainly for a UI that we had developed. Now if you guys could have a look here, we do have a favorite options also. Now assuming your locality or your area has n number of channels, n number of radio stations, and at times it becomes a bit difficult for us to toggle between the stations, you can add them over here as you want to. And of course favorites is just another option that you can have. You can have n number of options depending upon your requirements. Now after online radio over here, if you go back to the main screen, you'll see the next option, which is the IPTV. We have named it as Live TV. This particular app, the app or the name could be of course given by you in any name. Having attended all the media and entertainment events like IVC or NCTA or NAP show or CES, we have realized that going forward, we're going to be eradicating set-top boxes, the big boxes that we are getting currently in the market. Sooner or later, we're going to be banking on internet as such to get all our channels. The content is pretty much available nowadays, so everything is there. All that we're going to do is get onto the wagon wheel and just enjoy the IPTV option. Keeping that in mind, we have developed the IPTV option. This is again a home developed app. If you come over here, if you see within the IPTV application, we have got various features, or rather various channels as of now. So if you were to click on any of the channels, assuming BBC News, this is the channel. This is a live content which is actually running at the moment. If you guys could have a look over here, you'll see a progress bar. It will give you the timing of that particular show. So 4:30 is when the show is running. This is the show currently. At 5 o'clock, the next show is again BBC World News, of course. Then over here, you do have this, the information of toggling and getting the information on what channels are going to come next, what programs are going to come next. Then of course it gives you the channel name, the date, the time, etc. If you see over here, there are two options. Now, one is a remove favorite and add reminder, assuming again the same option of online radio. If you have got n number of channels, it becomes a bit difficult to toggle. So add BBC News. I'm a person who watches a lot of news, so I'll add it as my favorite. Now, it will be in the favorite option that I'm going to show you after this. Now, assuming reminder also, which I'm going to explain a bit later again. So this is how the UI looks. This thing can be maneuvered, of course. If you guys could have a look over here, there is a small advertisement space that we have provided also. This again is keeping in mind that this solution is going to be used by a business entity as such for their end customers. You can actually advertise over here also. Of course, it helps in terms of revenue too. You can have your advertisements put out as per your wish, channelize it accordingly, the timings, what sort of ad to go at what sort of time as such. Now, if you go back, now, if you come down over here, so these are the number of channels that we have got. Now, as I did mention, the reminder option is something that, now assuming the same option that you are watching a certain channel and you tend to get engrossed in that particular channel. However, back someplace in BBC News, there's one important show or important interview that you want to attend. You could actually add it as a reminder. So as soon as the time comes near, within just 2 minutes before, it will send you a reminder message. There will be a reminder pop-up on your screen which will tell you that you might want to go back to BBC News and watch that interview that you actually want to see. Now again, as I mentioned, the favorite channel is also there. This option could be added over here. As of now, we have not added that particular option, that is the reminders or the favorites as such, but we can do that. Currently, it just has the number of channels we have got. As many channels that you can subscribe to, that many channels we can add. There's no limit to number of channels in the IPTV option that we have developed. Well, moving on from the IPTV option, the next major application is the EPG application. Now this is something that we have developed in-house within our COE team. Every single set-top box manufacturers or makers or OTT makers would like to have the best of EPG options within their device. Now the EPG that we have developed is something which has options like all channels, then various genres. Of course, we can change the UI, we can change the make of this entire app as and when you wish and according to what you wish for. And now assuming if I also click on all channels, Now, I'm not saying that our EPG application is the best one. However, as opposed to the other vendors which provide the EPG application which has information for 3 days or 4 days, we have developed an EPG application which has information for the next 7 days. Now, if you see the UI over here, this is the BBC channel. In front of it we have a star. The star means that at some point in time I would have clicked it as a favorite. Assuming that we would not have done that back then, the star option would not be there. Now this is the UI of the EPG that we have developed. Then we have 5:30, then 6 p.m. What all channels are gonna come? Sorry, what all programs are gonna come in that particular channel? It could be changed as what you wish. The search in the UI could be done according to your wish. Well, after EPG, which are some of the applications that we have just showcased, like Iptv and cloud, we have got some ValueLabs, in-house developed applications. Now, the major motive of this particular demo is for us to showcase our skills and expertise, as I mentioned in the beginning of this demo. Apart from the other vendors which are currently providing generic applications like Facebook, YouTube, and Google, etc., LinkedIn, what we have done is that we have incubated some extra applications that we have developed in our COE team, which includes digital signage, multi-screen, video conferencing, then we have WebRTC, again video calling, etc. It actually enables you to have much richer, much better digital experience with your TV, with your television set. Now, assuming if I also click on the option digital signage. Now again, attending all these events, what we have realized is that all these set-top box makers or these company makers, what they really want to do is that with the help of the device, they also want to advertise something as well. Now, how many times would it have happened that you've been to KFC and on the screen you will see one single video being rotated again and again with different UI, rolling text, images, videos, etc. That is nothing but digital signage. What we're really trying to do is that we are marketing, or rather not marketing, we are advertising a business content to an end customer to try and cater to the larger market. Now, assuming we have got 100,000 set-top boxes in the area of California, Bay Area, San Jose, California. Now, if you were to see that that's a particular set-top box, you will have the digital signage app wherein the service provider will have certain kind of advertisement done with the help of rolling text or videos or images. Now, if you see this UI, you will see we have got different layouts. The layouts, of course, could be changed as per your wish, as in when we want. We could have a rolling text coming from here. We could have information from here. We could have pictures from here, as in when that we want. Now, this is an example of the digital signage that Mall of America. This is something that we have created for Mall of America. Now, if you see over here, as I mentioned, we have a rolling text. We have a picture here, we have a picture here. Going ahead, this is another form, another layout rather. We can have as many layouts as we want. This is another picture, and again rolling text. Now we'll show you a digital signage with videos in it. Now this is again another option. It has a lengthy picture over here. We can certainly do anything. We can break it down in 5 pictures or 2 pictures, whatever you want. This is an entire dashboard that you can play with. It will be a canvas that you can play with. This is a video. We can have a video running at the same time, a rolling test going on at the same time. We can have an advertisement, extra advertisement over here also. So it's a mixture of possible opportunities for you guys. If you can do anything, you can have n number of layouts. This is actually helpful if you want to cater to one particular segment of customers. Now, just assuming that 4 o'clock, the 4 o'clock network channel want to showcase one particular bit of an interview, assuming that Barack Obama wants to give an interview, and if you want to ensure that that is advertised to every single end customer who has one sort of set-top box from a company, you can actually advertisement so that it actually help you to gather as much as TRPs, gather as much as traction from end customers. So it's nothing but another form of digital advertisement. Adding on to that, one bit of information would be you could actually manage, or you can control this digital signage application or the entire feature. Need not necessarily be from the place that you want to cater the market that you want to cater to. You could be in San Jose and you could entirely function the digital signage application, or the end customer or the market could be in New York. It could be entirely in East as well. So you can decide as to when do you want to run the layouts, the kind of time that you want to run the layout for. Anything and everything could be decided by you and your team. Following up to the digital signage app that ValueLabs has developed, the next important app that we have developed and that we take real pride on is the multi-screen application. Now, if you were to click on the multi-screen application, Let me quickly give you a brief about what does this application does. Now, assuming you are in your front room watching television and you have got your phone in your bedroom and your phone has a movie stored in it. Now, with the help of this particular application, as long as both the devices, any and every device within the house, any smart device within the home gateway, that is the internal Wi-Fi that you have got running in your house, you would be able to access the data that is stored in your mobile, could be maneuvered from your television set with the help of that API remote, and you can actually play that video onto your TV. Now, if you could see over here, within the Wi-Fi, the zone that we are in right now, you could see different storages over here. Now you could see the local content, then there's one of the Samsung phones that has been used, so you could see the storage of that Samsung phone. And of course we have the HDMI dongle, which is again a data storage because it has an SD slot. So assuming that I want to play content from one to another, we can do that. So right now what we're doing is that from the Samsung phone, the video that was stored on the Samsung phone, with the help of the soft remote, we are playing that particular video on the television now. This is one of the videos stored on the mobile that we are just using right now. We can actually use the same remote to pause it, to stop it, to reduce the volume, etc. Now this particular feature actually helps you just in case you have a lot of members in your family and you do have a habit of storing data in any and every device. It actually makes your job much easier. Now the same example, as we say, if you were to be in your bedroom and if you want to access content from your dongle, which is there in your television, to your mobile phone, you can do vice versa also. This entire thing works on the UPnP platform. Well, after the multi-screen application that we have just showcased, the next bit of important application would be the video conferencing app that our COE team within ValueLabs has developed. Now, the beauty of this application is it works on the VoIP-based video conferencing feature. So what we're going to do is that I'm just going to ask one of my friends who is based out of some other location. He's going to be calling me. You're going to hear the audio and see the video of both the parties involved on the call. I'm holding a webcam as well. So I'm just going to ask my colleague to call now. So now if you see, there's an incoming call. My colleague's going to accept the call. In a momentary time, you're going to see the video of the person who has called me popping up on the screen. Hey there, buddy. Hi. Very good, very good. Now, on the other side of the screen, you can actually see a small video which has my face onto it. I'm holding a webcam again. This will actually help you, to have a video call along with an audio call too. Well guys, following up to the video conferencing application that we have just showcased, what I would like to do is again give you a brief about the other set of icons or features that we have incubated in this particular dongle. If you could have a look over here, we have got another list of applications which is called as the organizer. Within this we have icons like favorite list, reminder list, recording list, movie list, app list. Now, while I was explaining the Iptv option, I had mentioned that if you want, you can add any channel as your favorite channel. So whatever channels that you will be adding as your favorites will be showing in this particular list. Reminder list is nothing but the reminders that you put for any particular program, be it any particular show, any award show, any interviews that you have put it as a reminder. Those will be showing us in this particular list. Third would be the recording list. Now this is nothing but the digital video recording bit that every set-top box manufacturer, OTT company tends to provide. If you want to record anything wherein you are not at your place, you want to record something and keep it, that particular recording bit will be coming and showcasing over here. Next is the movie list. Within the VOD option, that is the cloud VOD option, the videos option that I had showcased, there are certain movies that you can purchase from the business end. The movies that you'll be purchasing on the VOD, they will be showcasing in this particular movie list. Now we have app list, of course. Now app list is nothing but those generic applications that any and every dongle currently in the market are providing, like YouTube, Netflix, LinkedIn, Google, etc. Now if you want to click on this particular app list, if you could see an array of apps, starting from all the video particular application to Adobe Reader, then gallery, email, Gmail, digital signage again, then we have online radio, we have got Wattpad, we have got YouTube, etc. Next is the generic bit. However, something that we think we should be emphasizing on is the browser application. Now if you go to the browser application over here with the help of the cursor, you could come over here, you could see the entire UI. Of course, it could be maneuvered, it could be changed. Currently it's on the Google homepage. If you click on the address bar, like just as your phone, the moment you click on the address bar, you will have a keyboard running as such. Now, assuming we type ValueLabs.com, that is our company corporate website. So you'll see the ValueLabs website coming over here. So what we really want to showcase is the UI that we have done. It could be maneuvered, it could be updated. We are not saying that we have got the best browser, but then again, it's something that we could work on. We could better it as your requirement, as the customer requirement goes. So this is what the browser application within Dongle is. Well, apart from this applications, guys, as we did mention that we have got the generic applications, of which we just showcase the YouTube and browser. Pretty much sums up the entire dongle that we have developed. Not that it has any less number of applications. In fact, it's only going to grow depending upon the client's requirement, depending upon the customer requirement as such. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. We are here to help you. We are here to give you all the information that you would want. Thank you so much once again for taking the time out to watch this demo.